Hey, it's Saturday, September 2nd, 2017, and it's about 10 a.m. And the top three volume coins are currently adjusting, and it's close to becoming a buyer's market in all three coins. You're going to have to pay strict attention if you're looking for a place to get in. And this is why I tell people to keep cash available at all times for opportunities like these. They always have to be careful. Don't rush right in. Always determine what the goal is before it gets there, not while it gets there, and all that good stuff. This is a 2-week chart, and we're cutting out the first 4 days. Those trends are over. You can see the floor is $50. LiteCoin has not gotten below $50 in the past few days, except for that rise as the first 10 days just got started. The ceiling is $90, and you can see every time LiteCoin gets over $90, there's an auto adjustment as programs are set up to sell at that price, and it comes down, but has it come down enough? Now you can use these indicator lines. It's all done automatically. It's the moving average, and they do adjust themselves live 24/7. But the problem is they don't factor in all the new people coming in the cryptocurrency. They don't factor in the panicky people who see the market dropping and sell and join the masses. And they don't factor in the opportunists, the veteran buyers who know that when the market falls, it's time to buy. So, and again, you can do it with a program, or you can do it this way, and this is my way, take it or leave it. The middle line is $70 between the floor of 50 and the ceiling of 90. So if you ask me, when the price gets below 70, it is close to the time to buy. You want to buy under this line, but you don't want to do it as soon as it comes down, because it could come down a lot further, and there will be an adjustment period, a leveling out period, and once it settles down, levels out, and starts going back up in a pattern, a bounce pattern, that's when you would want to buy. So as you can see, we got a little bit close to the buy line, but not quite there. So you're going to have to keep your patience. You're going to have to keep a close eye on it and wait for it to drop below that $70 mark. LiteCoin is at a buy line of $70. So watch it. If it comes down $10 or $12, you determine for yourself and with your own instinct if it's time to get in, but you still have to watch closely to the trends. And you don't want to get in during a panic sell. You want it to settle down a little bit, somewhere around the price of $60 or $65, and then zoom in on the 1-day chart and then the 1-hour chart, and pay strict attention. And when you determine that you think it's going to rise and it has hit its temporary bottom, that's when you get in. Okay, so there's LiteCoin. Now we're moving on to Ethereum. Alright, Ethereum, same system. Is now the time to buy? We're gonna determine that. Frankly, I don't know, and I won't know, and so much has been happening with Ethereum that I'm going to find out with you if I want to get in at this point. Last 10 days, the floor is, was looking at 320. We're going to call the ceiling 400. Each time we start approaching $400 with Ethereum, the market adjusts and comes down. And now there's been a semi-big crash. So the middle line, the buy line, would be 360. And take a look here, and we're right at it. So you're buying between 320 and 360, and we are just barely below the 360 lines. So now you're going to have to pay strict attention to it and watch carefully. And you're waiting for another adjustment back up and a pattern showing you that now's the time to buy. So go in closer and have a look. This is a 24-hour graph, and you can see it hit a bottom at 350. The bottom rose up a little bit to 355, and then 327 before we started a rise here. This is a definite buy pattern. If you want to get in right now, I am not liable for your gains or your losses. I'm going to watch it for another, I don't know, 15-20 minutes and see what it does. I think I'm probably going to kick myself in the ass for not buying in at this price right now. Again, the buy line is 360. An opportune time to buy would be right there, but no one saw that coming, so we have to be patient here. These are all good times to buy, especially, I don't know what time this was, in the wee hours in the morning. Most of you Americans were sleeping. So we're coming off a record-breaking day, and it's adjusting. And folks, if it's not the time to buy Ethereum, it's very close to it. But pay strict attention, and after you analyze the one-day chart, go into the 1-hour chart, and you can see up close exactly what it's doing. Currently, we're on a minor downward trend here, a little bit of a sell. This will adjust soon, I guarantee it. It's not going to continue crashing. It might come down a little bit more, but it's not going to be much. So it's gambling. I mean, there's no way around it. You can't get this down to a science. You're dealing with human beings here, and they're finicky and weird. Let's go check out Bitcoin, but yeah, keep your eye on Ethereum. Alright, Bitcoin current price is at $4,635. Is it time to buy the big dog? Well, let's go have a look-see. You know the drill. 2-week chart is 14 days, and we're going to cut it down to, what is this box here? We're going to cut it down to 10 days. Don't do this. There we go. Give or take. We're going to determine that the floor for Bitcoin is at 4,200. You can always cheat a little bit on those first couple hours. 5,000 is the ceiling for the coin of Bit, the legendary the veteran, the big dog, the one everybody wants to be like, except some of them. The buy line for Bitcoin is $4,600. What was the price at this point? $46.37. We're very, very, very close. Here's where we are. I would give it some more time. Let's go look at the 1-day chart and see an up-close look at the current patterns. Are we coming down? Are we going up? What's it doing? This chart is too far away to tell. Yeah, they're fighting each other, obviously. In hindsight, once again, probably 3 o'clock in the morning. It's in a definite buy pattern now. To take a look at this right here, we're going to go even closer. Let's go to 1 hour. It's moving up, but the buys and sells are fighting each other. 4,600 would be this line here. It's off this graph. We're waiting for a bit of a sell-off and a level out period. But you're zooming in here, and you're watching this very carefully. Again, 4,600 is the buy line for Bitcoin. If you want to take a chance, you can always, just go for it right now. I think it's in a good price. This is a normal adjustment. Nothing to panic about. Anyone that's panicking at this point just doesn't know what they're doing. The veterans are sitting here waiting for the perfect time to get in. And it's a bargain price, if you ask me. And take that for what it's worth. You should watch Ethereum very closely. Keep an eye on Bitcoin too. And LiteCoin has a little ways to go before. Just because LiteCoin hasn't, it rose so fast in such a short amount of time that it hasn't had time to settle down in the past few days. So you're waiting for it to settle down. It just could keep on going down, back down to $40. Or it it could just shatter the ceiling, go through 90 and keep going through 100. And some people are predicting that LiteCoin will be at 150 by the end of the year. But again, nobody knows. You can't take that as gospel because they're not fortune tellers. If we all knew exactly what was going to happen, if there was a way to get this down to a science, or if we found a way for the indicators to, what an indicator line is, this goes back 30 candles. You can't go back 30 candles on this. But you can use a program to determine, okay, well, Bitcoin is below that yellow line right there. I don't know if you can see it. So that's the time to buy because it's a bargain price. It's undervalued. Overvalued here, undervalued here. And, you can do that, but again, it does not factor in human nature. And it doesn't factor in all the new buyers coming in and taking advantage of this bargain price. So, if we could use these to tell the future, which is impossible, we'd all be multi-trillionaires. We would always know what to do. We would never make any mistakes, and we'd have more money than Bill Gates. So I'd like my way to determine the market. I've taken everybody's ways, and I've done what makes sense to me, and although it's getting very close, it is not the time to buy Bitcoin. So peace, y'all. Have a great day.